So a couple important things I want to show you. The first one's pretty simple, and that's the artboard size. Let's say you're working on something and you want to change the artboard size. And that's the dimensions of your overall image. It's pretty easy, actually. You click on this button over here on the left, and there's some presets you could use. So, and you notice everything here, it shows up in points. So if you're like, well, if you're like me and you'd rather see it in inches because that's what you're just used to working on, you can come over here in settings and just switch it to inches, and now everything's in inches. So if I knew I wanted it to be a certain dimension, I could click on any one of these, like 11 by 17 or whatever. I can also just kind of move this around, and you can see it gives you the width and the height in inches. So that's a good thing to know. So if I wanted this to be exactly, let's say 12 by 8, I could do that by just moving this stuff around. All right. Other things to know about, though. This is another important little thing. And I'm going to make a copy. I think this is locked. Let's unlock the layer of this layer and show you something. So I'm going to hold down and make a copy. Now, the reason why I did that is because I want to show you, I'll make it a third copy because I want to make a point here. What happens if I decided to resize this? So in my settings, and I always forget where to go. I think it's app settings. Yes. So just to show you, I did that quickly. I click on this little gear. I go to app settings, and then I have, it says scale, stroke, and effects, and you can see that that's switched on. So let's see what that does. So I'm going to grab this one right here, and just so it stays in proportion, I'm going to grab the quick button tool. And you can see that when I made this bigger, what it actually did is it made my stroke width noticeably larger, okay? If I want to make something bigger but keep the stroke the same size, here's the trick. So again, you click on the little gear, go to app settings, and make sure scale, stroke, and effects is off. And now when I make this larger down here, you can see that there's a tremendous difference in look and appearance between the two of these. Now, it's not the biggest deal. I can always go back in and change the size of this, but if my stroke weight was 2 to begin with, it's going to stay 2 when I make it larger, whereas here, my stroke weight is now, what is it at? 7.51. Okay, so you can see that they're clearly, oops, it looks like I clicked on it too. It made it a little bit thicker too. So there is a difference between that, and it's just one way of making things a little bit easier for you. So 2 little tricks: changing the artboard size and also understanding what scale, stroke, and effects are when you go over and look at it here.